Welcome into Wager Talk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Ralph Michaels and Dave Koken of WagerTalk.com. We're talking NFL action, 1 p.m. Eastern kick on Sunday. 53.5 the total between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. We're seeing the Browns laying 2.5 at home here, Dave. What are you thinking with the Raiders and Browns Sunday action?
The Raiders getting a downgrade in most circles because people are looking at the final score of the Tampa game and saying, well, they got killed. They were down 4 in the fourth quarter with the ball. So the final score was misleading. I didn't think they played a bad game against a very good Tampa Bay team that continues to rise in the power ratings. I'm impressed with the way things are going for the Bucs. So I don't think it was a terrible game for the Raiders. And as for the Browns, should it have been that tough for them against Cincinnati? I think you can argue that they made that game more difficult than it should be. Granted, they got the win in spectacular fashion with a great drive at the end of the game, but the Bengals still don't know how to win games, and it showed in this one. That's a game the Bengals probably should have had. Cleveland now, without Beckham, looks like he's out for the year, I guess, ACL. That is a big, big hit to their offense. I think you're going to see the Raiders play well in this football game. I'm not sure it's going to make my card, but I'm at least considering the Raiders plus the points in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. And Ralph, interested in your opinion on this as well, because Dave brings up Odell Beckham going out with the ACL. And yes, Baker Mayfield, his numbers after he left were good, but going forward in a new week here against the Raiders, I think the Raiders are undervalued leaving the desert here against the Browns. What are you thinking?
Well, you got to remember, you're now going to be playing cold weather for the first time for the Raiders. And yeah, it's the NFL teams, and we understand that. But I'm going to make it simple. Every Raiders game this year has had 53 or more points. They're allowing 33 points and 404 yards on defense. You look at the Browns offense. The Browns offense has scored 32 or more points every game, except when they've played a top 10 defense on the road. They got shut down at Baltimore. They got shut down at Pittsburgh. They're at home. This Raiders defense is neither Baltimore's nor Pittsburgh's. You look at the Browns defense. The Browns defense, the only thing keeping him in games is Myles Garrett. The season he's having, I think four forced fumbles, 7 sacks already, or 8 sacks this year. Probably the defensive player. Would be the defensive player if you had to vote it here. But, the Raiders have that quick pass attack when Carr doesn't hold the ball. The O-line, we saw, even though there were COVID issues, 4 of them started this last week. And they did put up 347 against maybe the best defense in the league. I'm going over the total. I think that as long as the winds don't kick up and the winds aren't over 15 miles an hour in Cleveland, the forecast wasn't for that early. But again, we're still 5 days out. I'm going to just, call me stupid, but look at the Raiders defense. Look what the Browns have done. The total's on the high side, but there's reasons to be on the high side. I like the over in this one.
Keeping it simple isn't always a bad thing there, Ralph. Dave, any quick comments on the total? Do you like the over as well?
No, I don't do much for totals in the NFL unless I find a game that I think has some real serious value on the under. I like to play opposite as far as be contrarian as far as totals go. And this is not a year to be playing a lot of unders.
All right, so it looks like 2 looks here towards the underdog, and Ralph's total look on the over of 53.5. Good stuff from Ralph Michaels and Dave Koken of WagerTalk.com. Guys, you see it on the bottom scroll there. We got the $199 November thank you special. College football, NFL, every play for the month of November from handicapper of your choice at WagerTalk or SportsMemo.com. Normally $349, so huge savings there, guys. Check it out. WagerTalk, SportsMemo.com.